Pricing right now is over $70 a kilo. I don't see that changing much. There's no significant new production coming on from other sources that would change that dynamic. The demand for iodine and its compounds, especially in healthcare industries, is strong and should grow year over year.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Iofina CEO, Dr. Tom Becker. Tom, very good to speak with you. You're up to your first quarter update. You've managed to hold production steady despite some weather challenges back in January and February.
Yeah, the first quarter for us, I could say, is probably be a mixed quarter. We did hold our production steady, but we expected a little bit more, and a lot of that is due to some extremely cold, windy temperatures where we have our production. And what that does is it affects our efficiencies a little bit, but really it affects the amount of brine water that is able to be processed by us because our partners in the oil and gas industry are frankly not producing as much when things are freezing up. So those are things we can't control. What we can control is producing the amount of iodine that we can out of the water that comes to us. So overall, it was a pretty decent quarter of production, but we expected a little bit better.
Well, something that did play in your favor was the pricing environment, Tom. So iodine prices looking pretty firm.
Yeah, iodine prices have been firm now for the last few years, and we keep saying that iodine prices are strong. Well, I think what we've really realized now is that iodine prices have kind of normalized. Pricing right now is over $70 a kilo. I don't see that changing much. There's no significant new production coming on from other sources that would change that dynamic. The demand for iodine and its compounds, especially in healthcare industries, is strong and should grow year over year. So we're very optimistic in the market itself and don't see any reason why pricing shouldn't be at or above these levels here in 2025.
And in fact, your current production is all spoken for, Tom, but you are going to be bringing more production online.
Yeah, we are selling our iodine and our derivatives as fast as we can make them. So, we are in growth mode, as we stated over the last number of years. We've built a plant over the last 3 years. We're in the process of building our plant IO number 11, which should come online early in the second half of the year. All the major components have been ordered, and a lot of it's on site already. And we're erecting the facility right now, and expect that plant to be online soon, and are already planning for future plants after that.
And in fact, IO12 early work has already started on that, hasn't it?
Yeah, we haven't signed a commercial agreement yet with the producer, but we're doing some final water chemistry testing on the sites. The commercial conditions for an agreement are well underway. I'm very confident that we'll be building IO number 12 in the second half of the year. And frankly, with IO number 11 coming on here in the near future, IO 12 on deck, we're doing what we said we were going to do. That 1,000 metric ton goal that we've stated in the past, is just around the corner.
How do you see 2025 progressing then for the group, Tom?
Yeah, so we should have record sales and production in 2025 for the group. With IO 11 coming online, we should be well underway with IO number 12 in the latter part of the year. So that would likely be an open in 2026. So we are definitely continuing to grow our iodine production in a market that is expanding. And, as an iodine producer, we're in great shape. We have our chemical derivatives company, which takes the iodine, produces some extra value in some iodine derivatives. Those markets have been strong for the first quarter of the year so far. So the outlook for 2025 looks good, and we're not sitting on our hands. We're looking and exploring for other opportunities to grow our iodine production, whether it's in our core areas now or potentially at some new locations in the United States.
And of course, you'll be releasing your full year 2024 results in the next couple of weeks, followed by your AGM that's taking place in June as well, Tom.
Yeah, so in the next weeks, we'll have our annual report done. That's progressing well. We'll give an update also at that time on a little bit, we'll pinpoint our first half production a little bit more when we release our annual report. But looking forward to present that to the market, and of course, seeing our investors at the AGM.
Well, Tom, I hope you'll keep us updated on any progress. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
That's Dr. Tom Becker, the CEO of Iofina.